Welcome. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Sportiest stream. And this is Rocket League action. Hopefully you're all doing well. It's nice to see you, everybody, here. Today's a bit of an interesting day. Today's the last day I stream in this dorm room here, for at least for a little while. We'll see if I ever come back to the dorm rooms. But it is my last day streaming in a dorm. So this very dark background, which is actually a blanket, will be gone after today, which is, you can actually see a background in the future. It'll be my house again, so we'll be back there soon enough. But for now, you don't have to worry about this background for much longer, because today is the last day of the stream being here. But with all the action we have, and all the Rocket League action we have tonight, there are so many amazing matches coming up very, very soon. As we'll go to our schedule here. 2 matches this evening. We start in the Rocket League Splash Series Season 8, Claim to Fame Surge Cup. This is week 5 of 7. As Starlight takes on Evolve Storm. And then after this, we'll be going to the Alpha and Omega 2v2 Season 0 from the Cross Progression League. They're in week 2. We're going to go to the top division, the Masters division, as KCG Chaos take on GG Goobers in a best of 5 matchup. As well, to start off one team season, and for the other, for them to hopefully recover and get their first win. But again, we start in the Rocket League Splash Series. This is the Claim to Fame Surge Cup, as Starlight takes on Evolve Storm here. Both teams are 1-3. Not very strong records for either side, and unfortunately for both these teams, that was kind of expected coming in this season. Both of them definitely on the lower ranked side when it comes to the teams in this tournament. And the fact of the matter is, because they're 1-3, they are both outside of playoffs right now, outside of the top 12. So the way it works is, of the groups of 8 that we have here, only the top 4 of each group will be going to that top 12 final bracket. So for both these teams, because they're 1-3, they're in that 5th and 6th position here, both with -5 game differential. Evolve Storm does lead by games 1. They have one more game 1. Their total game differential is 5-10, whereas for Starlight it is 4-9. So both these teams right next to each other in seedings and in rankings. And a match like this is important for both these teams, because if you lose, your chances of going to that final bracket are immensely diminished. If you win, they're increased quite heavily here. For both these teams, this is probably their biggest match of the season so far, because after this, so I have to play Next Dominion and KCG Anima's Minions, 2 teams right above them right now in the rankings at 3rd and 4th. As for Evolve Storm, they also play KCG Anima's Minions and Spartan Ghost Anima's Minions are in that 4th seed, holding on the spots. Spartan Ghost, who themselves are actually 1-3 in the 8th seed position. So it's very competitive. There's a lot of teams in this bottom of the group trying to battle their way back into that top 4 spot. Anima's Minions don't exactly have a very strong hold on that position, and it would not be too surprising to me to see somebody else take that spot away from them. Pressure's on. They've got to perform here, as we're going into our best of 5 matchup. Prediction poll is live, so get your votes in on who you think will win this one. Starlight or Evolve Storm. Again, part of the Rocket League Splash Series here, sponsored by Next to Esports, Cracked Gaming, Claim to Fame Entertainment, and Cobalt Esports. And while we get things sorted out here, we'll get everybody in the lobby in just a moment for this best of 5 match. Reminder, our first of 2 matches this evening. So we're going to be in for quite a good amount of Rocket League action. We haven't had a stream of more than 1 match in a little while on this channel, but it's nice to be back, nice to be here, and nice to be ready. So let's get into the series. Starlight on the blue, Evolve Storm of Evolve Esports on the orange, and a best of 5 matchup here in the Rocket League Splash Series Claim to Fame Entertainment Surge Cup. As both teams 1-3, playoff hopes may rest on this series and this series alone. Evolve and Starlight need to get things going, and for Starlight, midway through the season, make a huge change here to add in Leopard. He was on the roster since the very beginning of the season. He's been good friends with the Starlight roster for a while, but he actually hasn't played on this team until the last couple of weeks. In the last 2 weeks alone, they are 1-1 in all matches. So for Starlight, this is huge for them as they get the early pressure against them. Evolve Storm score first, as it will be courtesy of Saucy off the pass from Rorog, as Evolve on the board first in this best of 5 matchup. And they're both just outside that playoff qualification spot. So it's going to be more than just important for them to sneak into that spot, but to really challenge for it as best they can, because, again, reminder, they're one of 4 teams with a 1-3 record. Inside that grouping, it is very competitive down here, below the top 4, and again, with that 4th spot, held by Anima's minions, not very strongly, these teams all have very good opportunities to take it away from them in the coming weeks. Again, both these sides do play KCG Anima's minions in the next couple of weeks, so whoever wins this, whenever they get to play Anima's minions, that might be for a spot in the top 4. Both teams, their seasons are far from over, but it very well could be over if you lose tonight. CJ to find a pass upfield. Starlight still unable to get out of their own half. Here's Horizon, next touch. Rorog will block it as Leopard will race back. And the thing about Leopard mode is what he's good at is he's such a good control base player, such a good overall, just getting the job done, more of a defensive type player. The problem with Starlight as a team, though, is that they're known to be defensive, and they're known to be very passive, and generally speaking, teams recognize that rather early here as Starlight, once again, look at the amount of waiting that CJ's doing here. He's waiting for the play to go in front of him, waiting for the play in front, but you can't do that if you're Starlight. You can't play too passive, because that just invites that pressure, that presence from Evolve Storm. And with 2 goals already scored, Evolve, showing why Starlight's playstyle is one that I've never been a big fan of, and one that, at least for Starlight, they're really needing to prove here, because it's a 3rd goal for Evolve. Reminder, both these teams have the same record, but Evolve looking to try to get the job done. Early aggression, really making things happen, and for Starlight, that early passivity is not going to work for them. I have to start playing more aggressive. Time ticking away here. And for Starlight, again, they need to be more aggressive. All 3 of these players are more defensive in their playstyles, and for a player like Leopard, who I've seen play that aggressive role before, it's not what he's most comfortable with, that's for sure. He likes to play more of a facilitator, more of a midfield-based player, just going in for challenges, going in for plays. He's not really the kind of player that I would think of that would be one to play that aggressive role, but he has done it before. He's going to need to, at least he might need to be the one that does it here. As he's going to look for offense. Hanjo Kadley bumped out of the way. It's an open net, but it's pinched out by Saucy. And Rorog will keep it out. A big chance for Starlight, their best of the game so far. But it's off the back post and kept away, as they just got a little bit unfortunate. Now another play in field. CJ, that is beautiful. And that's a little bit more like what we expect from Starlight on offense. Again, they might play passive, but what makes them so strong is that chemistry. And you're going to see a lot of passing from Starlight. They're going to need to bring a lot more of that if they want to come back in this game. But that's a good goal to get things started for Starlight. Again, we need to see that kind of aggression continue as Leopard, who doesn't get a touch here, neither does Horizon. But CJ will keep it out as Leopard up the field. CJ will chase this one down, can't get the touch. Leopard doesn't have the boost to challenge, and somebody's got to go here. That's a lot of room for Rorog. He'll leave it for Sazi. Hanjo Katie, bang! 4-1! And Evolve Storm had so much room to work with. Starlight were low on boost. Everybody pushed back. And when you give Evolve Storm that kind of space, with the amount of regression they've shown already in Game 1, they're bound to continue scoring. Evolve make things done quick and early here as Starlight will challenge again. CJ, that is on target, but Hanjo Katie will be waiting for it as an infield play. Oh, all three players jump up, none of them can hit it. It's Horizon. Infield pass will be caught by Hanjo Katie. Long-time Evolve Esports member, and obviously the captain of this roster is Leopard. Rorog. This one out as CJ doesn't have a good touch on this, and Horizon thought he had it too. Everybody pushed up there for Starlight. Will goes to their back corner. Evolve Storm throwing players at the problem, but it will be Starlight to clear it away. CJ with a flip reset. He'll use it in this distance as Hanjo Katie doesn't have to clear. Leopard infield trying to get some chaos as Horizon probably could have shot that one, but he didn't trust himself. He was very slow to the play. Evolve Storm will walk on into offense again. We head into the final minute of Game 1. Starlight only one goal from that infield pass to CJ. And From there and from since then, it's been even, and Evolve Storm have had openings to take. Starlight have gotten progressively more careless on their offense, and in many ways they kind of have to be, as Rorog will put it in the open net. Evolve with a 5-1 lead now. I think that should do game 1. CJ looking for another chance to score. Will be pinched away as Ryzen. Katie. Demo from Sazi. Anjo Katie walking in. That's gonna go in. Man, those bumps really did work. Anjo Katie took his time to get there. He didn't have boost. Sazi got the job done. Look what he's doing here with CJ. Even after he goes in for the first attempt, he still looks for another one as he leaves the net. Evolve Storm adding in some extra demos for good measure. Starlight 2 are already over this game. Deal with a little bit more time wasting out of the Evolve Storm offense, but they will clear the ball away. Now they look for a goal themselves. CJ won't have it. Horizon will. And Starlight will take a second in the dying moments of game 1. A consolation goal for their offense, which has seen moments of success. They've been there. There have been moments, fleeting glances, chances, and half chances. It hasn't been enough for Starlight and Evolve Storm. 6 goals here. That aggression really is showing to against a Starlight team that is, again, known to be rather passive. That sort of aggression will help, but it's another goal here for Starlight. And another from Horizon. Leopard caught Evolve Storm all pushing up there at a bad double hit from Rorog and Sazi. They left Hanzo Keiji all alone. A third for Starlight. 2 in a row at this point for Starlight, and even though they'll lose this game, that's a good sign of things to come for Starlight. If that is what the offense is looking like. Oh, Storm definitely have not exactly played perfect defense. Giving up 12 shots and 3 goals in that one. Starlight giving up 10 shots and 6 goals. I don't expect that kind of offensive consistency to continue, but for Starlight, they're going to definitely hold on to the fact that the game ended a lot better than it started. As we'll be moving into game 2 here. Starlight, at least, hoping that this will be better for them, that they can take the momentum they had at the end of game 1, go into game 2 with it. In theory, if they can keep doing this, they are in a real good position for success. Passing the solo plays, it's definitely working for Starlight. They just can't be nearly as passive on defense. They have to be more proactive about getting the ball out of their half, getting the offensive chances started. If they sit back again on defense, they're going to be in for another real rude awakening that playstyle does not work against teams like Evolve Storm who want to play aggressive, who want to play offense. Starlight, they have to be willing to take that initiative. And now's the time to do it in game 2. In their 3 losses this season, 2 of them have been sweeps. Starlight would love nothing more than to deny any possibilities of one here. Oh, Storm, again, trying to be aggressive, trying to get on the offense first, but will not have that chance. It's Starlight's possession as an infield play will be cleared back by Rorog. CJ hits it around the corners. Kanjo Katie will find Sazi. Leopard pushed up a bit high there, and he will get the touch away, but Starlight's in a bit of disarray here as Rorog has an open chance. It's on the line. It's in. Rorog with goal 1 as Starlight left the play. Leopard and Horizon not on the same page. PJ was walking into this one. Probably should have gotten a better touch, but it did not help that neither Horizon nor Leopard really did well to get that ball away from the net. It's Evolve Storm once again with the first goal. And again, you do not want to... You can't think that this is a good sign for Starlight. Infield play. CJ to the sidewall. As Rovog clears, Hanjo Katie trying to find the nets. Lepid will have another one here, but it's an open net here, and Sazi's not missing. Evolve picking up the pace, and Starlight's starting to get beat to some of these challenges. Sazi really does turn the Jets on right here. Outpacing all of Starlight as they left that rotation a bit wide. Again, those touches not good enough to get the ball out of their half. Trying to play proactive, but they haven't made the right moves. It's the right idea for Starlight. They have to play proactive the way that Evolve's playing, but they've got to make better touches than that. Sazi, with open space in front, takes it to the dribble, will go under, but not through Horizon, as he'll stay with this one. Has a dribble in front. Will go for boost control. Instead, he's actually missed that completely. Still gets the dunk. Evolve Storm staying, and I think overstaying their welcome here. As Lepid will do what he needs to do to get that one out. Little headlock there from Evolve Storm. Won't be too chaotic, but the demos absolutely will be a Starlight trying to remove that opposition. It's one thing to see demos on offense. It's a whole nother thing to see it on defense. It takes a lot of trust in your teammates and really in yourself to go for those, because you're using a lot of boost to go for those demos. If you do not connect on the defensive side, you just wasted your boost that you could use to instead get a touch on the ball, get a huge save, get a crucial play to get the ball out. Much gutsier call to make those demos on defense, but it's a team that can do it. Rotations have definitely not been the best this game so far. DJ. Forced to keep going here as Rovog will have this one. Went for the boost, so won't be able to have another challenge against Horizon. Now it's pinched out. Rovog with room. And one in front. It is Hanjo Katie to take his own. Sazi! Oh, he should have shot that one. He, I think, went for the fake instead. Now he's really regretting that because he had a great chance to score there. Evolve still leading by 2 as it's in front of the net. Sazi for a second. That's off the crossbar. Hanjo Katie will punt it in. And it's a third for Evolve. Sazi was looking for his second. It dinged off the bar, and Hanjo Katie came in to finish it. Evolve Storm picking up the pace. And Starlight, they were not ready for that kind of adjustment. Here in Game 2, CJ. Rovog. Another clear attempt will be blocked by Lepid mode as Hanjo Katie trying to find the low boost. Rovog off the back wall. CJ doesn't have this one. And for Hanjo Katie, I think he was looking for a pass to Sazi. It was the right idea, but wrong execution. Oh, Storm now back on defense as Horizon looking for his first. And he will. Starlight have a goal back. And it just left itself in front, and I got a nice softness on that touch from Horizon. He's already up quite high to that play. It is so easy to overshoot that net from that distance. A nice lofted touch to the top right corner. Starlight now to break free of this Evolved Storm tyranny. Hanjo Katie has Sazi waiting upfield, but not be able to hit the passes. Horizon to Lepid, and with space. Lepid's pretty good in this position, but he doesn't have the touch he was looking for. He got a bit too heavy. And Evolve Storm way there to challenge as CJ pinched around the nets here. As Evolve is not really in the right position here. Everybody's all over the place right now in that rotation. Was a miss from Lepid. Rovog will clear it away. And that was huge for Evolve Storm. That miss from Lepid really did help them out. As again, that rotation, it was a mess on defense. Had Starlight just put on another shot or two, I don't think that Evolve Storm could have recovered from there. But one mistake, that does it for the offense of Starlight. Is to the back wall. Hanjo Katie has Rovog waiting, will try to keep this one low, but Horizon's there. DJ will take this one. That's a great challenge as Hanjo Katie. Rovog, and it's not going to be in the back post, but he will keep the offense going in the demo. No one there to challenge. Rovog, he's recognized kind of early there as well. There was nobody near him, but Doesn't really matter here because time is already running out, and Evolve Storm have offense held still. Rovog takes the challenge to CJ. Time will run out, and Starlight can't come back. It's game 2 for Evolve Storm. One away from sweeping Starlight in week 5. So a team that still playing a bit too passively. They, of course, are trying to turn things around. Are definitely a team that has a history of getting swept in this league. Again, of their 3 losses so far this season, 2 of them have been sweeps. But it's in a real tough position here because felt like they were playing better that game and yet still too passive at the same time. And more importantly, they started off the game playing better in the right mindsets, but they're just not making the best touches at this point. They have the idea to play proactive to prevent Evolve Storm from shooting. The problem is, they're not getting the right touches. They're not getting quality enough plays. The ball is just being cleared away, sometimes into Evolve Storm players. They have the right idea, but they have not put the play in correctly. Now Evolve Storm are 1 away from winning this. Game 3, Evolve 1 away from winning this one as... Oh boy, you're in for a real treat of a match here as we are getting a call for a technical issue here. So we'll be waiting a little bit to see how these team players fix it. While we're waiting though, reminder that later tonight we will have KCG Chaos 1.0 versus GG Goobers in the Cross Progression League Alpha and Omega 2v2 league. That'll be an amazing match. That is part of week 2 KCG Chaos, including the same players on the KCG Chaos team that made top 4 in the most recent Ascent Tournament Series Season 4 House Wavener Pinnacle Cup. But for now, again, we'll wait a little bit while the technical issue gets sorted out here. But for Starlight, they're going to have a... We'll see how the match looks for them, but they're going to need to make this time and this game matter because, simply put, Evolve Storm have proven they are definitely the better team in this matchup. Brought more aggression, they're going to bring more offense, they're going to bring more shots. I don't think Starlight's going to be able to win based on the number of shots they have. It's going to come down to just how do they get the offense, how do they maintain offense as well. For now, we're waiting with the technical issue here from one of the players on Starlight. We'll get him back in. We'll go into Game 3, where Evolve Storm could win this match in a sweep. Here we go. Game 3, we're back. And Evolve Storm just needs to win one more game. We head into the EFH Stadium. Rorog. In by CJ, the early offense once again for Starlight, but I don't really know if that early offense is going to make a difference. They need to find goals. That's a great pass. Back to Leopard. Oh, what a block. That is amazing from Rovog. The follow-up shot will go in. And for the first time tonight, Starlight take the lead. It was an incredible early save, but nobody else back to block it. Starlight's second effort will be good enough. Now Evolve Storm playing from behind as Leopard. He's pretty good on these 1v1 plays. Will had to go right around Sazi. Will not get very far as CJ's attempt cleared away. Now 2v1 potential. Sazi, Alejandro Katie removed as he was right behind him as well. He probably could have played a little bit wider on that rotation, maybe opening himself up for a pass, at least for a better looking offense. But instead, Evolve Storm didn't really make that play look correct as well as good as it could have been, as Alejandro Katie with boost and time. Leopard will near this one back. Rorog sends it away. Alejandro Katie gets that touch, but it is straight to CJ. Wiz. Multiple players unable to make that touch. Hanjo Katie. That's a high point touch, but it will be kept away by Horizon. Rorog. Out of the way by a Leopard mode. CJ. Horizon. Doesn't get one. Leopard. Horizon. Oh, it's not the touch he was looking for. And Leopard's going to take this one back for a little moment just to slow time down, give his teammates the opportunity to come back up for offense. Smart play from Leopard. Give his team time to set things up. Evolve Storm aren't going to challenge him super high, and he knows that, and that's why he's letting his teammates work with him here. As Starlight take a second. Bouncing out in front. Leopard will be glad with that one. Revolve, the aggression that we know this team has not shown up just yet. Starlight have had a couple early, great early chances. And they have capitalized on 2 of them. Now Leopard trying to make it free. Hanjo Katie, stopped by CJ. Horizon's gonna win this challenge, and that net is open. CJ will take a third for Starlight. Evolve Storm, the throwing yourself at the challenge idea, starting to show its weaknesses. Early on, it did well to overwhelm Starlight, but now that they know Evolve Storm's challenging, they're just going faster to play. They aren't trying to win the challenges correctly. They're just trying to make sure Evolve Storm doesn't win them. Pushing Evolve Storm that they're making Evolve Storm have to reconsider whether or not they should really be challenging some of these plays. Well, Starlight doesn't need to win the challenge. They seem to be the first ones to it, and Evolve Storm are going to be out of the play as another shot on! And another for Horizon! 4-0 for Starlight. And I don't think we'll be seeing a sweep in this series. Considering how Starlight is playing, it's the kind of lead that you don't see teams lose. As for Evolve Storm, minimal on offense so far. Rorog. Yes, CJ will clear. Sazi leaves it for Hanjo Katie. It's above the net here, but nothing directly on target as Rorog. CJ, that is in front of the goal as Lepid's gonna jump to it. Sazi. Knocked by CJ in the air, but Hanjo Katie, another chance. That's gone wide of the net. Lepid will get one away from Rorog as that bump will open things up here for Evolve Storm to go again, but Leopard stopped them short in their tracks. Rorog. Sazi. Ooh, not on the same page here. Sazi doesn't have boost, and he'll go for the back pass instead. Rorog. Taken away by Leopard. Another crucial challenge from Leopard mode. He's had a couple where it really feels like he shouldn't be winning, and yet he's put himself in the position to win it cleanly. Oh, really been in that midfield line. Crucial challenges to win, to keep his team in the right position, in the right spot for success. As Sazi unable to win that one past Leopard. Hanjo Katie does clear it away as Rorog jumping in, but we made there as Leopard taken out of the way. Sazi. CJ will take over for Starlight as it goes up the ceiling. This would be a chance to score! It's off the crossbar! Hanjo Katie. Rorog now, still unable to put it on. And Horizon will get rid of it. Hanjo Katie takes it. Leopard will keep possession. Second touch. CJ to the back corner. Starlight just keeping it on. Looking for one more to end out this game. And Leopard, he's got a great chance here. Rorog missed it. Oh, he missed the save. And it's a 5th goal for Starlight. This has been Leopard's game so far. Crucial challenges, crucial goals, and a crucial win for Starlight in Game 3 with the series on the line. Oh, what a shot from Rorog! A flip reset! Oh, that's a nice shot there. And if for nothing else for Evolve Storm, at least I can be happy about that. That's not an easy angle to score from either. Going in tight to the goal. Doesn't really give himself an easy angle to really have options in front, but Storm will at least take one this game. Unfortunately, that might be the only positive they'll see here in Game 3. As they'll go again, 2-on-1. CJ got bumped. That's off the crossbar. Another shot wide. As Rorog will go again. Leopard will save it away. And yeah, this will end Game 3 here. Starlight stays in it. Led by Leopard. So no sweeps tonight. At least no sweeps in this series. Starlights are one game closer. Coming back in this one. Go to Game 3. Starlight, just an early start, really getting things going. Again, Leopard truly was a leader there. At almost same number of shots as Evolve Storm, just one less than them at 7 shots for Leopard and 8 for Evolve Storm this entire game. Well, Starlight's grip on the game loosened a little bit by the end of the game. By the end of it, it doesn't matter. They were definitely the stronger team. Leopard was really the strongest player here. And as we go to Game 4 here, Starlight need to keep this kind of play going. Reverse sweep on the cards now. If Starlight can take the battle to Evolve's net here, but wait and see how that goes as we go into Game 4. So the series continues. Evolve Storm have not exactly won yet, as Rorog will try to get things started here. Maybe give his team a better start than they did last game. He'll run right into CJ. Of course, the main concern now for Evolve Storm is how do you make sure Leopard doesn't do that again? As I said, he is the kind of player that will have those kind of performances. You don't want to let him have it here, although maybe they don't need Leopard anymore, because it's CJ and Horizon doing all the work. And for Sazi and Hanjo Katie both focusing on Leopard on the back post. It was CJ who just walked right down the throat of the net. Starlight, another early lead. For Leopard, well, if he can again pop off once more, if he can be the kind of player that we've seen him be before, oh, this could be his game, as it's a great touch from CJ to keep the play away. Oh, Storm do have options though, as Hanjo Katie, CJ, not what he's looking for, and Rorog could shoot this. But a bit too tough on an ankle. He will instead try to leave this for his teammates. It's Hanjo Katie. Right by CJ as Leopard comes onto the play. Rorog. I think he has a flip there, but have to just go for the dunk instead as Hanjo Katie. I challenge Sazi. Begin some very wide rotations from Evolve at this point, meaning that if they don't win one of these challenges, that's a lot of space they're going to give up to Starlight. Also, I really need is one crucial play, one crucial win. Evolve Storm. Keep the play going as Horizon. Leopard. Beat by Hanjo Katie! That's a goal back! And Evolve Storm caught everybody by surprise there. That included me as well. I did not see him make that quick turn. And Evolve Storm do well here to turn into that one. Hanjo Katie. Take that one as infield. The bump play will not really work that well. As Hanjo Katie again. CJ, bumped by Rorog. Horizon get that one out, but it's not a great touch. And in fact, Rovarog's trying to put the bump on CJ as Evolve Storm may have pushed a bit too high here. One-on-one. Hanjo Katie. Oh, he missed it! Oh, it's true panic on the goal line from Hanjo Katie. And the sad thing is, CJ messed up his flick. Hanjo Katie just a bit too close. And Starlight now up again in this game, but it may not be up for long as Hanjo Katie trying to get some early offense. Rovarog off the back wall. Sazi off the bar. Horizon will keep that one out for now as CJ tap out to Leopard. Hanjo Katie. Horizon. Sazi. CJ can't get enough on this! And it's Hanjo Katie to make up for his earlier mistake. As CJ just couldn't get the touch that he wanted on that one. He was looking to hit this one back to his to the back left corner, or for him, the back right corner. Instead, left it in front of his own net, right for the taking. Evolve Storm will take it as that nearly went in as well. The extension between the crossbar and the post, and now Leopard one-on-one. He's pretty good at these, but Hanjo Katie just takes the quick challenge and will prevent Leopard from scoring. Now double commits. CJ doesn't have the boost to really make an easy challenge as Rovarog taken away by Horizon. Leopard, Horizon trying to get the bump, but another crucial block for Hanjo Katie. Now he'll leave this one for Sazi. It's the back post. Horizon just kept it out off the post. And now Evolve Storm will backtrack again. Hanjo Katie doesn't have the boost to track this one down, but Rovarog does. Can't get by Horizon. Everybody racing back for Evolve. A good chance for an infield pass. But it won't connect. CJ wasn't ready. This game stays tied as infield. Horizon, 2 go for Evolve. But it's another heavy clear as Leopard. High point touch. It is in front of the goal. And Evolve Storm now a triple commit. This touch has got to be good. And it will be. Relief for Evolve Storm as they get out of defense for that with that one. Triple commits like those are almost never good. Evolve Storm. He'll escape now as Rovarog! Oh, he was given the chance! And you don't give him opportunities! Off the ceiling, tough terrain for anyone on Starlight. But they give him the opportunity, and from there, Rovarog will take it. Evolve Storm, if they can hold this lead, they can take this series here. Rovarog. Sazi. Hanjo Katie. Every win that Evolve's had so far has been a win by at least 2 goals. They cannot feel comfortable now, knowing that they're only up by 1, knowing that Starlight will throw everything they have at that net as Sazi clears it out. Hanjo Katie has Rovarog, but he'll just go for goal, and nobody back. That should do it. Starlight sent everyone upfield for that challenge, but they could not get there in time. And Evolve Storm, surely that wins the series. CJ looking for a chance back, and he'll have one. Nobody back for Evolve, and Starlight have given themselves another opportunity. And for Evolve, when you're up by 2 goals this late, why are you playing that aggressively? The last thing you want to do is give Starlight a goal with this much time to go. Now a kickoff. Straight to Leopard. That's the guy you want on this one. To the back wall. Looking for the double. Can't get it. And it's cleared away. Evolve Storm will win the series. 3-1. Leopard just could not help his team enough here. And Evolve able to recover well. So for Evolve Storm, as I said, a massive victory, considering that the opponent that they had to play. Be ecstatic about that one. I'm certain, because that's a huge win for this team at this point in their season. So we'll get a little interview here with the Evolve Storm. Reminder later tonight, we have the Cross Progression League coming up right after this one with ACG Costa Rica Gaming Chaos 1.0 versus GG Goobers. That'll be a great series. Great 2v2 action. And joining us here is Hanjo Katie of Evolve Storm. Congratulations on your win. 3-1 over Starlight. How are you feeling tonight? Oh, you said
we ended up having a late start, but
of course, and you as you said, you started out a bit late in the season. It was a 1-3 record, not exactly very promising, but the benefit is you guys have been able to snap your losing streak now with a huge victory here. I mean, playoffs is still within sight for you guys, and I'm sure you guys know that. Are you guys thinking about playoffs at any point during this this matchup?
yeah, it was actually after watching your starting when you were talking about it that we had a chance for playoffs, and we started talking about it because we thought we were just out of playoffs already.
Hey, you guys definitely are not. You get to play Anima's Minions soon enough, which is the team right above you guys in that 4th position. That is currently making playoffs. So you guys are in a great spot to you guys are in a position where you can make playoffs. It's not easy. You got to do pretty well, but at this point, your record is 2-3. Anima's Minions, by the way, are 2-2. So you guys are not too far behind them here, but of course you got to play a bit of a catch-up game here. No. Talk to me about the match against Starlight as well. You guys started off very well. You started off hot. I think Starlight was able to make those adjustments. Leopard specifically was added. Hasn't played for this team a lot, but he's played in the last couple of weeks, and he has been a difference maker in the last 2 matches, which he has played in. They are 1-1 in those matches. So they're a much better team now with Leopard, and I think you guys got to see that in Game 3. Talk to me about what you guys had to do to adapt to Leopard and his increasingly problematic playstyle.
Honestly, we weren't really worried about Leopard per se. We were more on CJ because he was just kind of all over the place, giving us a lot of trouble for the most part. I mean, he did play good, but our focus was on CJ, who was like dominating our midfield, insta challenging us, things like that.
It showed up in Game 3, but you got it back in Game 4. And also joining us here, by the way, is Rorog. Hello, Rorog. Is a Game 4 win had to have been huge for your team's confidence as well. Of course, with the last 2 matches of your season coming up here against KG Anima's Minions and Spartan Ghosts, you guys are expected to take on both these teams. Ghosts, the team you expected to beat rather easily, but KG Anima's Minions, we'll have to see how you guys do on that. That's a huge match. That match might determine if you guys make it into that top 4. Talk to me about what this team, about what, how you guys are feeling. Are you feeling any pressure, any nerves, knowing that this whole regular season might come down to just 1 match?
You want to take this one, Ro?
Yeah, sure, I'll take it. I mean, coming off this win, we're feeling fairly confident. We were able to get our speed up as a team, working as a coherent unit. It's been kind of a really big part of our success today. I'm pretty sure we could take that and implement it into our future series. I'm fairly confident in our ability as a team, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the rest of the season has in store.
Of course, well, a 3-1 win here for Evolve Storm. Your hopes of making that into the top 12 are not done just yet. I thank you guys so much for joining here, Rovog and Hanjo Katie. Before you guys leave, let's get some shoutouts, and we're going to go in reverse order. Rovog, do you have any shoutouts? Any last messages?
Shout out to my parents for letting me play on this team. Shout out Vert, the owner of Evo. And shout out Tank, who couldn't be here today, but what I saw, we love him.
And we'll now move to Hanjo Katie. Do you have any final parting words here?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Bird as well, owner of Evolve, but I'd also like to thank my team for actually playing. Like my team as a whole for actually being here.
Well, again, thank you guys both for joining in as well. Thank you so much for joining here. And again, congratulations on your win over Starlight. Thank you, Hanjo Katie and Rovog. Have an amazing rest of your evening. Hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Yep, thank you, Sporty.
Sir.
Thank you for the raid there, Voice Guy. I saw you had a raid. I know you have Cross Progression League matches tonight, don't you? So thank you so much for giving up that raid. Everybody go support Voice Guy V on Twitch. We just saw Evolve Storm win 3-1 there, but my night is not over yet. As we said, Cross Progression League after this one. So it is KCG Chaos 1.0 versus GG Goobers. A 2v2 matchup. We're going to go to break. When we come back, Cross Progression League Alpha and Omega 2v2 action. Welcome to the Spodia stream, everyone, and hope you're doing well. We've got Cross Progression League Alpha and Omega 2v2 action up next. Thank you for the, by the way, before we get into this one, thank you for the 5-month tier 1 there, Krusty. Thank you so much. The support really does matter a lot to me, especially as I start to get back into streaming on this channel a little bit more. The alert did not pop up correct, unfortunately, but oh well, we'll have to deal with that. I'll fix with that later tonight. But again, Krusty, I saw your message. Thank you for the 5-month tier 1. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to take a look at our schedule here. We just saw a 3-1 series victory for Evolve Storm over Starlight in the Sparkling Splash Series Season 8 Claim to Fame Entertainment Surge Cup. Now we go to the Cross Progression League Alpha and Omega 2v2 Masters Division. Good match up as well. KCG Chaos, Krusty Gaming Chaos takes on GG Goobers. Our upcoming matchup here. This is 2v2 action. And in week number 2, KCG Chaos had a bye week for week 1. GG Goobers did not, but they did lose their series, so their record is 0-1. So for HD Chaos, gonna jump into the season with a win. For GG Goobers, looking for their first victory against what is going to be one of the toughest opponents in this division, I think. At least by rank. It's definitely one of the tougher teams here in KCG Chaos. They're in everything, it feels like. KCG Chaos play everywhere. This is such a good team, and an org that's well connected as well. We're bound for some good matches as we round out the end of our nights and what is going to be my last match in a dorm and in the pitch black that is this curtain behind me. So after tonight, you're actually going to see a background on this stream, which will look a lot nicer, I hope. I hope. It probably will. It probably will. Maybe it won't. We'll see. It'll look a lot better than just a pitch black background. I promise. As we'll get in this match shortly here with KCG Chaos and GG Goobers. Get a best of 5 in this one, so we're bound to have an amazing matchup here. As I'm looking forward to this one as close in on match start time. Are you getting an apartment? I don't know. We'll see about that. It just is that I'm going to be home for the summer. So, I'm going to be home for a little bit. And if I am going to come back to a dorm, it's going to be a different dorm. It's not going to be the same one. So, who knows? I might get an apartment soon. There are a couple on campus. If I do, this background might come back. It depends how nice the apartment looks. And it depends on if the apartment itself, if I need to cover up what's happening behind me in the apartment. It depends. But if I don't have to, then no, you'll have a different background. It won't be nearly as dark as this one, which will be a nice thing because this is a very dark background. And I know a lot of people out there said, well, your background's too dark, I can't see what's happening. Don't worry, we're going to get a brighter background soon enough. The irony is actually that this room is actually quite bright, but this cover behind me, it makes things very, very dark, so you can't see much. It also doesn't help the fact that I mostly wear dark clothes. Like right now, today I'm wearing a black polo shirt, so you can't really see it anyways. Into the match soon here. Again, we'll get into this match very soon here. Again, KCG Chaos of Krusty Gaming taking on GG Goobers. As it looks like it's going to be 4H0 versus Jack Skeleton on GG Goobers here. This is a best of 5, by the way. I forgot to mention this is a best of 5 matchup. On the other side, it's Ant and Takua. So both these teams reaching into their subs, it seems like. Although that's not that weird in 2v2. Sometimes the captain takes that sub position more often. It really depends on these teams, but we'll see how things go here. In this match. Right now, I think now's a great time to enter the series and get things going. Again, our last match of the night here for the Cross Progression League Alpha and Omega 2v2 action as KCG Chaos and GG Goobers. Chaos, who just made something for the ATS Pinnacle Cup. India Season 4 Whip House Wyvernor Pinnacle Cup, although that is 3v3 action. This team is known for 3s, but the thing is, most high-level players play 2s, and KCG Chaos are no different. These players have a good amount of knowledge of how to play in 2v2 matches, so we're going to see how they do as they start off with a goal 13 seconds in. There's a huge rank advantage right now for KCG Chaos in this matchup. GG Goobers, they're going to need to play faster. More importantly, going to need to play very smart. It's KCG Chaos team, if you give them room, will take it away from you. Start with a goal 13 seconds in. Forward 0 trying to get things back. Will be kept away by Takwa. Now he gets the demo as Ants. He'll actually choose not to jump into this one. Jack Skeleton can't really score from that angle. It's a double commit for KCG. Not exactly the most confident start for this KCG side, but they do have the play. And now Takwa one-on-one. Oh no, it's gone in! Oh, it's an own goal! Oh dear, GG Goobers. Jack Skeleton did the right thing here in getting the challenge. As Takwa gave up what he did a bit early there, but 4H0 ran right into it. And it's a second goal for Krusty Crew Gaming. As Takwa will make it 3. So another now for KCG. And it is 3-0 at this point. And well, it's a quick start for Krusty Crew Gaming. Well, I'm sure that knowing them, I mean, and also just knowing twos in general, these games can flip pretty quickly. The 3-goal lead is not exactly a huge lead for KCG, and I'm sure they look for more as they're going to go back, but not fast enough to catch that one. 4H0 will take one back for GG Goobers. Again, they're 0-1 right now, so they would love to have at least a solid performance here. It's a top contender, and probably the top contender this season in the Masters division. And Stockwell, he's got room to work with, but able to make the shot happen will instead be met by Jack Skeleton. Ants to the nets. That is saved away, but a follow-up shot sure to come as that's off the back wall. Jack Skeleton will leave it away as now he'll go up to the air. Has room. Takwa very slow to challenge, but does win the play here as Ants will jump into this one looking for the very tough angle, and he will not get there in time. Sent back is Takwa. Oh, he's won that one completely, and Jack Skeleton won't be able to react in time. That is a 4-1 lead now for Krusty Crew Gaming. As a massive win on the back line. And it is KCG. We'll be glad to keep the lead as it is. A lot of goals early on in the series. It's 4-0. He's already scored the first goal. We'll almost take another one there as KCG had Ant bumped out of the way. Now he'll go again, wins that challenge. As Takwa didn't really have an angle there to work with. Now it's Ant, Jack Skeleton, trying to go behind the two defenders. Takwa missed it! 4-0 will take his second. And KCG, they've not exactly done a good job at keeping themselves calm. There have been a couple moments where they panicked on the goal line. Allowed GG Goobers to walk into this one. Forward 0 with 2 goals here for GG Goobers. For a play for Jack Skeleton. 3 now for GG Goobers. We'll just keep giving them chances. This team knows how to score these 1v1 plays. I didn't really know anything. To be fair, I don't know GG Goobers, and I didn't know who they were before this series, but evidently they are a pretty solid roster. KCG Chaos. Just feel like they don't really have the rotations all sorted out for themselves here, and there's a bit of rotational issues for this roster, but they're still playing well as going to get some offensive plays going. They haven't scored in a little while as Takwa complete overcommit there on that challenge. Jack Skeleton. Oh, he's just put it in. Ant whiffed on it. And what happened to KCG? I mean, Takwa has no business jumping in on that challenge. He's not winning in that position. And Ant, that is about as routine as they come. Straight at him, too. And sometimes just throwing the ball at the net works. And this time it does. And GG Goobers have tied this game. Deck Skeleton. We're gonna make it 5. We'll go off the post. Cleared away as Ant pushed upfield. Takua will go towards the goal. Ant can't get the shot. And they'll backtrack a little bit here as Ant will work all alone. But no boost for GG Goobers. Ant knows this. And he's really making them work for it. 4H0 clears this one out. Takua again forced to play a little bit further back. But another chance to score. It's Ant to the back post. And it was a tough decision to make here for Jack Skeleton. Either he goes for the challenge early, risks getting beat, or he goes for the boost and plays in the net. He goes for the second option, but by doing that, he gives them a free shot. And Ant makes that one unsavable. KCG back in the lead by only 1 goal. They're far from safety, that's for sure. Takua, he got chipped on the way going to that net, but he'll dribble it out, and well, that's an overcommit. It's gonna be a goal for Takua. And GG Goobers did all this work to build themselves back in this one. X-Skeleton thought he had another free challenge there. Takua had the boost. And it is KCG Chaos who now lead by 2. As flip resets, will go in. Oh, that's clinical from Takua. Doesn't get much better than that. Doesn't get much more clean than that. That is exactly how those flip resets should be used. HG Chaos. After what was a rocky middle point of the game, they've definitely pulled this one back into their favor. And now we head into the ending of this game, and for HG Chaos, a 3-goal lead. Just need to keep this one as it is. As to the back wall, Takua forced the block from Jack Skeleton. Ant. Challenge 1 here is KCG. At this point, just wasting out time. But Takua, another overcommit, and Ant jumped in as well. The backfield's wide open, but they cannot score from there. KCG will be for sigh of relief, because it's another overcommit from these players that should have been countered. Got a couple this game that have really been eye-opening for GG Goobers. Surprised we have not seen them force out more from KCG. As Ant, 8-4, that's gonna bounce in. A fortunate 50-50, but the fortuitous bounce will be one that KCG will happily take. Now just extending their lead in Game 1. GG Goobers. Offense again to the back wall. Takua. It's a very awkward looking touch, but it gets the job done. And when someone's going to bump you, you'll do anything you can to make sure that they don't get that bump. Zant. The ceiling is met there by 4H0 as he'll leave it in the midfield. Jack Skeleton. Up off the back wall. Ants can't take it. Other play to the back post. HG Chaos are waiting for it. On target? Not exactly, and Takua and Ant will work to keep it out. HG Chaos will win Game 1 here. As GG Goobers in a subtle middle part of the game, but KG Chaos started well, and now they've ended well. As a goal at 0 seconds will mark the ending of Game 1. And the favorites in this matchup, in this series, are the ones who start off on top. And a pretty consistent performance, too. KCG Chaos are one step closer to their first win of the season. So for them, at least for now, it's about continuing this. I think the one thing that we got to see a bit too much of KCG was just a bit of miscommunications, a couple of overcommits, but other than that, not a lot opened up here for GG Goobers. That is enough for them to win, though. If they can recognize those slight mistakes, they can absolutely take the battle here to KCG. But they gotta take advantage of those overcommits. They gotta take advantage of those miscommunications on defense. Because if they don't, well, we haven't really seen any other major mistakes made by KCG. That means we move into Game 2 now, where Krusty Crew Gaming are looking for a triple match point. What is our last match of the evening? First time in the Alpha and Omega 2v2 division of the Cross Progression League. Or 2v2 season, I should say. ACG, once again keeping things slow as Takua. He's got an amazing dribble. That is beautiful from Takua. Oh, he just makes it look so easy. From an angle like that. And he just floats right over them. That is not an easy play to make because he's going to bait those players into thinking that he doesn't have the dribble. I don't know the kind of mind games that go into that. That is not an easy play to do for Takua. Again, he makes it look so simple. As Ant, he takes a piece of Jack Skeleton with him. Takua can't go, but Ant gladly will. As Jack Skeleton. Ant. Takua. Oh, he gave up on that one! Oh, why did not go for it, Takua? Oh, that is some hesitation. And the thing is, if he goes for this challenge, I actually think he might win it. Man, why did he hesitate like that? That is a rookie mistake for such a talented player. That is weird to see him do that. Because rarely do you see players at this level hesitate that much going through a play. Because because it's actually worse in most situations to hesitate than to make the wrong challenge. Because even when you challenge and you're making the wrong challenge, at least you're putting the pressure on them to do something. When you hesitate, you give them a free touch. Not being in the right position to counter that touch itself. And KCG, wow, off of a massive mistake from Takua. Giving GG Goobers an opportunity to keep this game, to get themselves the lead in this game. And Jack Skeleton. The light first touch now will go for net, but kept out by Takua. Ant upfield with him as Takua a bit slow to go to this one. Ant. Side wall. Takua can't put the play on. Another heavy touch from Jack Skeleton. As Ant will be left to control this. Cleared. Takua. Make contact. It's another play infield. As Ant to the side wall. He'll leave this one and GG Goobers will keep possession. Forward 0. That's an early jump for Takua. Ant will win that challenge as the corner. Infield. Takua. I was trying to find that back post, but he didn't get enough power on this one. Forward 0 was ready for it. Lot of boomer ball play now. Very little control like we saw in last game. KC Chaos, I think just trying to see if GG Goobers will make a mistake on this. They haven't yet, but only time will tell as Takua trying to put it in front. Forward 0 will keep it out. And KCG Chaos will go again, although this one not communicated very well. As Ant. X Skeleton. Ant again. It's off the ceiling. Doesn't get the lift on it like he wanted to. And Takua's still not back. 4-8-0. Oh, he's missed it. Jack Skeleton will score. And again, Takua. I don't know what he's doing up here. It's rookie mistakes like this. He should have every reason to go back to defense there. It said when it was the clear attempt for Ant, he stayed upfield without boost as well. That is, again, odd to see for a player like Takua. Doesn't really have his... It feels like he doesn't have his head in the game right now. That could cost KCG Chaos game 2. Zant now a chance to shoot. We saved by 4-0 is pinched. Next Skeleton won't have it, but 4-0 will. 80 seconds left in this one. Goobers. Slim lead to hold on to. Ant will wait under this one as he now finds Takua. Oh, and he's won this one too. Jack Skeleton. Knots bumped out the way as Takua gonna wait for 4-0 to challenge before he went, and now he can keep possession. as he gets one around forward 0. Jack Skeleton racing back is a huge pinch for Ant. That's going to bounce in front of the goal. Again, not much really can be made of that. Chaos just doesn't have the boost, don't have the ability to challenge. Again, they're stuck on the backfield as GG Goobers press them back further and further. As Takua. Side wall. Ants. That's just a little high. Takua's whiffed on it. Oh, that was a great chance to score. Takua, another mistake. And this one can end game 2. Oh, I think Takua will want to fail. This is like an amnesia game for him. He'll want to forget this one ever happened. It's simple mistakes that ends game 2 here. Takua is the unfortunate culprit. A game that just could not ever go well for him, could it? As Ant, unable to get one by 4H0. As Jack Skeleton will clear it away and will let game 2 run out. Actually, they'll get another goal, why not? 4H0 will take it. That should end game 2 here. GG Goobers have now evened the series up. And for Taco again, he'll want to forget this game ever happened. I'm certain. That's game 2. GG Goobers. I brought this one back. Game 3 up next. Aqua's gonna need to get himself back in the game here. Felt like he just made some simple mistakes that he doesn't usually make. Ant had a lot of trust in him here. Takua just didn't play very well that game. He's maybe gotta play a little bit more defensive, maybe a little bit more safe going into game number 3 here, but I think it's going to be one where he just needs to regain, really bring himself back in, and you know what? It's a good start. It's a good way to start it out. Takua, 4 seconds into game 3, has already scored. At least he's bringing himself back in this one. He can forget about game 2 now. It's over. It's done. The nightmare is done for. Now it's game 3. He needs to make sure that, well, if he plays badly in a game, that he can use this game as a springboard to come back into it. One goal already is flip reset, gets by 1. Jack Skeleton will save as Takua will leave it for Ant, and that's gone above the net. Takua to score! That's in the bottom left corner. And another for Takua of KCG. Already proving to do better than he did last game. Takua has bounced back beautifully. Two goals already, and now he's gonna get a third as he shot that one off Jack Skeleton. Why not at this point for Aqua? A hat-trick in the first 20 seconds. And that one shot off of Jack Skeleton. ACG Chaos. On 3 now. Aqua still not done. Another kickoff one. He'll be taken out of the play though. Or 0 will leave it for Jack Skeleton. Not a lot of boost here. They don't have options. And he actually might just be able to score here because he'll go for nets as it is saved away by 4-0. Takua. Flip. Reset! Saved away. It's Ant! And it's a 4th! And yeah, ACG Chaos. That's a little bit more like what we expect from this team. There's the teamwork. There's the plays. And there's the goals that KCG were asking for. 4 in the first 45 seconds. They're still not done. As Ant will go up in the air again. Another flip. This one will be left for Jack Skeleton. Into the play, but not into a chance to score. As Takua, that is given straight to Jack Skeleton. And GG Goobers have their first. Taco was expecting 4-0 to actually get a touch on that one. Well, he went for that weird kind of play because he's expecting a dunk, expecting to try to control this one. Instead, the whiff just completely changed things around for him in a way that he was not ready. KCG. Oh, the goal against them. But Ants looking to immediately bring things back as the double tap just goes wide. Aqua, second touch will push Jack Skeleton to clear. That's a great clear too, because Ant really can't challenge this. He still can't go for this one. That was a beautiful play away from Jack Skeleton. Fortunately, he just couldn't win the follow-up challenge, but Ants be back again towards the goal, but I was gonna block his 4-0. Gotta be careful, players right behind him, and he could get bumped out of the way. Racing after it was Takua. Now Ants will choose to wait back. Now he'll go. Takua bumped into offense, but can't challenge as Jack Skeleton will be waiting for it. Low boost for Takua. Still getting the pinch away as just trying to do anything he can to make things awkward, and he's definitely succeeded. Ant walks in for his second, and for KCG Chaos his fifth. As, yeah, you just saw the chaos there. Jack Skeleton couldn't get the touch he wanted on it because Takua was in the way. Oh, it's an own goal! Why not another one for Ant? He's got a hat trick now. Man, we're barely 2 minutes in this one. And KCG Chaos but throwing in as many goals as they can at this point. Well, the first three came from Takua, the last three have come from Ant. As Ant will find Takua again. That's not a great first touch though, and Takua knew it as well. Another heavy clear, Ant. By forward Zevo, Jack Skeleton doesn't make the touch that he was looking for, but it'll at least slow down KCG. Another flip reset. Takua, second touch will force Jack Skeleton to save. We'll give Ant now a free look at the net as the backward open. It is in front. Takua will put in the finishing touch. Another save from Jack Skeleton, but eventually you just can't do any more. KCG suffocating GG Goobers. They may have not been able to win Game 2, but I think Game 3, they're looking to have no doubts about this one. As Takua, flip reset. Jack Skeleton with another block, but again, keep that play as it is, as Jack Skeleton looked like a cross between a pass and a shot. He looked like he didn't know what he wanted to do there. But didn't work out either way. Skeleton into the midfield is for Zevo. Oh, what a block! No, it's still in. It will trickle on in. I mean, I thought this was a gimme for Zevo. The fact that Takua even gets a piece of that is more than just impressive. Now it's 7-2. KCG Chaos have not scored in a little while at this point. GG Goobers have allowed the first kind of rush of offense to dissipate from KCG. Now Jack Skeleton for Zevo. They're on a comeback run. And KCG Chaos look nervous. But that first touch from Takua just too heavy. Straight to Jack Skeleton. And from there on out, he does the rest to beat Ant. And this game is actually not over just yet. GG Goobers can work that diligently on their comeback. There's a very real possibility that they, you know, at least keep this game close, if not potentially even win it. KCG, they cannot afford to overcome it now. As Takua, Skeleton will be ready for it as Ant. Off the back wall, it is Takua again to challenge. This one to keep up for it. Zevo is off the corner. Jack Skeleton's gonna score from there. And Takua should have known that too. As soon as you saw Takua go for boost, you knew Jack Skeleton's gonna score from there. The wrong priorities for KCG, and that opens things up for GG Goobers. Inside the final minutes, 3 goals away. Goobers are not working fast enough, but they can pick up the pace a little bit. This could be their game to win. And then we'll just clear it away. For Zero will be the one in possession, and now they both double commit into the corner! It's exactly like we saw the last play from Takua. Except this one's now both players going for the boost, and oh, that's another open net given. HG Chaos, again, just not reading each other. Someone has to be on net there. The GG Goobers now another goal back. As that's a heavy touch before Gio may have just given the ball away to Takua. Does Takua risk space? Ants, he has an option here. He's gonna go for the bump, but Jack Skeleton will wait for it. Now a chance to go the other way for Zero. Can't get the redirect, but he won't need to. 13 seconds remain. GG Goobers from 6 goals down could potentially tie this game at 7-7. "13 seconds to go. KCG Chaos now need to play rather safe. As Ant, he's already going back to net. He's not taking any chances here. This ball is kept up by 4H0. Takua will look to spearhead this one, but Jack Skeleton. Takua will win it. And KCG Chaos escape the comeback. They will take game 3. By 1 goal as well. They had such a monumental lead in this game and nearly lost it as well. Able to let the game end just in time. As hey, RLSS coming at the raid, thank you so much. And thank you for the follow as well there, Snowy Kami. Welcome to Spotty's stream. Thank you, RLSS, for the raid. Both of your matches were both great here tonight. As we're here in the Cross Progression League with KCG Chaos 1.0 versus GG Goobers. KCG Chaos could win the series here in Game 4. Here we go again. Game 4 of this 5 games of this best of 5. KCG Chaos, they've not looked perfect, but they've done enough to keep themselves as the better team. Definitely do deserve this series lead, that's for sure. So, how last game ended, it was 5 goals straight from GG Goobers on that comeback run. GG Chaos cannot allow that to happen again. Takua trying to get things started. That's a heavy clear from 4H0. Can't. Lately goes, will watch Jack Skeleton jump in on this one. Now he's got the 50. 4H0 could actually shoot from here, but doesn't exactly have the best positioning. Still going for it, but Takua was ready for anything. And now he'll bulldoze his way through GG Goobers and look for a quick attack. Infield, back post, Ants waiting, going, but it's off the crossbar. KCG Chaos forced back again. Takua doesn't overcommit here, instead will do well to not fully overcommit and take himself out the plays. Had a couple plays where he's just gone out of the play. This one a little bit smarter now. He can go for a shot! Oh, that's perfect! Takua! Off the ceiling! Oh my goodness! That is a very impressive angle. That is incredible! The first goal, and it's an absolute banger from Takua. As now Forjo is whiffed on this one. A chance to score again. Oh, Ants missed it! It's wide open! And it's an answer from GG Goobers. From what looked like it could have been a KCG goal, as now a GG Goobers is Ants. I don't know how he didn't get any power on that shot. Looked like he misjudged where the bouncer was going. Honestly, if he just plays slow, plays for a dribble, he's probably in a better position. But realistically, in that position, any shot would have been better than that. Fortunately for KCG, it's been mistakes like that, very easily preventable mistakes as well. Really been the bane of this series for themselves. As now, oh, that is an incredibly well-timed bump, and it's a wide open net for Ant 2. Takua not only bumped for H0, but he bumped him into Jack Skeleton. And that is an open chance for Ant. He's not missing. Big kickoff will give KCG time to take some boost. Now Ant can jump into the play. Does win the challenge. Jack Skeleton will clear it out for H0. Using his speed to his advantage and will not go across the goal, but Takua will read this one as Jack Skeleton for H0. Ant's facing the wrong direction. KCG Chaos. I feel like that they're playing less heavy on the commits, much more based on if they are going to commit, to be ready to have someone back. I really rely on having two players behind the ball at all times. A lot safer. It does have its benefits as Jack Skeleton, who he doesn't get the touch there, will go back instead. That's off the crossbar. Again, he'll go on Takua. Huge catch. Give his team some time. Ant doesn't have the boost. For H0. Takua will win this, and Ant will take it away. He's not got room to shoot. But the play goes high and wide for H0. Played on this. He's demoed out. Takua. Then Ant, yeah, he gets demoed for that. Takua can go on a 1v2 play. Dribble. Reset. Tries to use it, but not set himself up well enough for it. Like in the midfield, oh, they overcommit! For H0's in the wrong position! How on earth did that stay out? Takua! Oh, why did he touch it? There was nobody else back. And what should be a 3-1 lead at this point stays 2-1 for KCG. They better hope that doesn't come back to hurt them here. It will! Jack Skeleton on the immediate response. And that, man, Takua, he has had some real interesting moments this series, I'll say. KCG Chaos has had so many chances this game to win it outright. Again, simple, preventable mistakes hurting them. Definitely playing like the better team right now. Again, they're just making simple errors. KCG Goobers are picking up on as... Oh, Takua has a great flip reset. Skeleton, he's got a lot of boost to work with. Ant, though, midfield, Takua, bang, right into the net. And KCG will bring themselves back into it as Ant, again catching for H0, pushing up too high for H0. Has this issue where whenever Jack Skeleton's going for a challenge, he'll creep up into the play as if he knows where it's going. That is so often, often forcing him to kind of putting him out of position. Which KCG Chaos, I mean, they'll recognize whenever you're leaving your net, vulnerable. Little time to go. All Chaos have to do is hold on to this lead, but that has never exactly been an easy thing for them this series, that's for sure. As Takua, double tap, no doubt. That will be crucial for KCG Chaos. No defense back either. He completely dusted Jack Skeleton to the play. And again, they're not missing that one. That is about as easy as they come for KCG Chaos. GG Goobers now need 2 goals in quick succession if they're to keep this series alive. Ant looking to seal this one with 1 more goal, but it will be saved away. Jack Skeleton, 1-on-1. He's got the back post, but puts it too high. Again he goes, but Ant will be for it. It's Jack Skeleton for H0, unable to get the play upfield. And this series is over. KCG Chaos 1.0 with a 3-1 victory. And well, they made a lot of very bad mistakes. They looked like the better team. They played like the better team. They deserve that victory, even if at times they made some critical errors. But again, even with mistakes, they get the win when they need it. You just gotta hope that they don't do that again, because against some of these tougher teams, that's not exactly going to be something that will work for you every single week. But for now, they can be happy that they get their first win of the season, and we'll go 1-0 into week 3. As for GG Goobers, 0-2 now. I can't exactly say that's going to be. It's not a good start to your season. It's not really a good a good at all running your season as well. I mean, this is a 5-week season we're talking about as well. As my goodness, 3-1. That'll end it. Can you guys hear me? Uh-oh. Oh, you guys can hear me. Thank goodness. All right. I was having some sound issues there. Did my stream cut out at all? I think my stream may have cut out. At least we're good from where we are. Again, that is a big victory for KCG Chaos 1.0. As thank goodness, I think I had a tech issue there. It's been sorted out, thank goodness. As we'll be going to this screen now. Sounds like I'm still waiting in case Chaos want an interview, but I don't think they are looking for one. Thank you for the follow there. Two Flax, thank you so much. What do you stream? And all the great action that we have here tonight. And it'll end off our evening. 2 3-1 victories. First for Evolve Storm, and then for KCG Chaos 1.0. That'll end off the night here. 2 series that go to 4 games. And that also means that this is the last time you'll be seeing me in this specific dorm room, at least for a while. Who knows if I'll be back in a dorm room in the future. For now, you'll get to see a new background the next time we go live. But we're going to get a raid out. Thank you all so much for your support. We're going to go raid someone here. Take care. Have a good rest of your evening, everybody. And we'll be live again with more action in the future. Thank you so much for joining. Have a great night.